To my selfless Spartans, welcome back. To my good people, join us. If you found your way to this video, perhaps by accident, and you don't care to make the good Lord smile, please leave us because you are not welcome here. Another story about my good friend Goya. Patience and faith will result in freedom. So, as I told you, Goya flew to Italy to learn a trade, and he was set up in Italy, and he lost everything. He was promised work, and he wasn't given any work. He lost all of his money. He was just shunned. He didn't speak the language, and he had to fend for himself. One good thing did come out of it, however. He ended up signing with Elite Milan Model Agency, the same modeling agency that I don't recall the supermodel from Pepsi was a part of, Cindy Crawford. So that came out of it, and that was good. But long story short, he was denied his trade, he was denied work, and he didn't get any type of knowledge. However, he persisted and moved forward. So when he came home and he lost his position in the car wash, he then went to get another position in a car wash and decided, hey, maybe I'll take the unemployment and try and make something happen with this trade, even though he didn't learn the trade. So he called someone in the area who was actually an expert in the trade, and he told them that he knew how to do the trade, and he went on a job interview. When he went on the interview, the man was flooded with work, and he said it was a godsend that Goya applied because no one knew the trade in the area because it was a specialty trade. And he told Goya to buy his tool set and come back. So that's what Goya did. Now Goya didn't have any money because he was only making between 12 and 15,000 a year. So what he did was he used the money from his income tax to purchase the tools. So he had about $900. He used all of it to purchase his tool set. He invested in himself every dollar he had, and then he went back. The problem was Goya really didn't know the trade. He was just persisting and trying his best. As a result, he got caught. So they tested him to see if he knew how to perform the trade. And he knew the bare minimum because he was literally only shown less than the bare minimum. However, Goya did know how to take initiative in other aspects of the trade. And luckily, thanks be to God, through persistence and through faith, he was allowed to do something else and study the trade so that he can actually become better at it and become more of a professional. The person he was working for was a drug addict. He did cocaine. And he was very short, so he suffered from Napoleon complex. This person would do cocaine and yell at Goya and demean him and treat him terribly until Goya had enough and Goya left before things got ugly. Fast forward to my last story when I told you someone actually believed in Goya, someone who had many accounts. The person who did cocaine and treated Goya badly ended up interviewing with Goya's new customer. So Goya's new customer came back to him and said, hey, do you know so and so? Do you think we should give them a job? And now, even though Goya knew that this person treated him terribly, Goya said to himself, you know what? That person is great at his job. Yes, I think you should give him a job. That's because Goya is selfless. He is not a demon. He is not evil. He did not seek revenge. He was thankful for what he learned, even though he was treated badly. He didn't have it in his heart to deny that man a career. I say that to say this: persistence and faith. Goya went to Italy. He was drowned. He was denied work. He lost everything. He came back with nothing. Goya then persisted to still seek work in that trade. And luckily enough, he was granted a position. He may have not been able to stay there due to the fact that his employer was a drug addict and just a mean person. But he continued to persist forward. He then, through a friend who was also employed by the evil drug addict, got a connection to another place where Goya was able to continue to practice the trade wholesale. So Goya was no longer washing cars. Now Goya was actively in this trade due to persistence. He moved forward, he persisted, he was faithful, and he was righteous. And when the opportunity came to get back at the people that did him wrong, he chose not to. He chose to do the right thing and move forward with grace and humility. Be selfless, be kind, be righteous. That is all. It is easy to be evil. It is easy to wrong others. It is easy to take and contribute nothing. But that's not who we are. We are selfless, we are righteous, and we will continue to be righteous and we will continue to be selfless until we die. For that is the resulting equation to make the good Lord smile, or at least one would hope. I love you all and I thank you for your time. Be selfless, do good deeds, and never stop. To my selfless Spartans, please continue to train. To my good people, thank you for your time. I love you all.